Hello, everyone. This is Eric from Etacute back for another live stream. You can probably hear by the sound of my voice, it's kind of gone. Had a big celebration last night, and but I'm here and I'm going to push through, power through, and do a live stream. So if you're new here, put your name and where you're from in the comments down below. And yeah, sorry for clearing my throat. So it's necessary to speak, and hopefully I do better soon. On this channel, on this live stream, we talk about teaching. So if you've got any experiences you want to share, or if you've got any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. And this live stream is on Facebook. It's on the YouTube channel, Etacute English Teachers. And it's also on the second channel I created, the Best English Learning channel. So let's see who's here. Ooh, that sounded bad. It's like I'm going through puberty again. Claire. Hello, good morning from the Philippines. I think PH, Philippines, yeah? And then Martin is here. Oh, I'm so sorry about those. I'm clearing my throat. It must be annoying to hear. Martin says here, looking forward to this live stream. Hope all is well. Everything is great, except for my voice. I'm doing well. Yeah, just busy. We've got classes, making videos, editing a lot of videos. Also working on the course actually, and what's interesting is I just released the book I told you guys about, so it's going to be out during this week. I'll probably promote it next week in the live stream where I will make it free. It's called 20 famous teachers in history, and it's about 20 great people that had an effect on education. So there might be researchers, there might be teachers, there might be philosophers. I just named it famous teachers. And it's all about a short bibliography, a short biography of the teachers, and also the theories they had, the educational theories, and the impact it has had on the world. And I did it chronologically, where it goes from the earliest teacher to recent ones. And I think it's going to be interesting. Well, I think it's kind of good. I think it's a good read. So I'll promote it next week and make it free for a week or so. And then Martin asked, the whole housing market in Korea is collapsing. How do you think this will affect the job market? I'm not sure. I'm not an economist, but I see myself as someone that's quite positive, and I think it can only have good implications. The housing market is collapsing, where it's very expensive to. Well, I think it's actually improved. Yeah, it's tough. So the housing market in Korea has been insane for a while now, but hopefully it improves, and I don't know if it will improve at all, but I'm an optimist. Tatia, how are you, Eric? I'm great, but if you guys are getting, if my voice irritates you, I apologize. I'll try and go as long as I can. Azad, hello. Amal, hello. Iriagui, Mohammed, good to see you again. My dad is here. My younger brother is hanging out with my parents. I hope they're doing well. Dad, I see you've been posting 3 videos in 2 days. Now, those of you who don't know about YouTube, but when you release a video, it gets pushed by the algorithm to your audience, and it gets pushed a little bit more for 48 hours. So you don't want to put too much content into one video. Well, there are lots of theories about it, but that's generally how it goes. So, Dad, if you make videos and you create a bunch, don't just push them all out at the same time. That's my advice as a YouTuber. Amal, what's the subject today? Anything you guys want to talk about? Tatia, you've mentioned, yeah, a really interesting one. The book I've mentioned, yeah, I think it's going to be good. Well, I think it's good. We'll see how the reception is. I'm just working on the cover a little bit. Although I didn't write too much for the introduction, I just wanted to focus on useful content for teachers. William, hello. Asvia, making a transition from being a teacher to an HOD, head of department. Get good at management. I think work with teachers, communicate with teachers, take on more duties, so you're going to have to take a lot of responsibilities as a head of department. So, of course, you need to be a subject specialist. I guess, yeah, head of department. Yeah, I guess you have to be a subject specialist. You've got to work with people, and you've got to delegate, and you've got to also, be able to effectively manage people. And I think it's different from just being a teacher. Being a teacher is being in control of a class, but now you're going to have to do lots of different administration that is required of you. And also you're going to be a role player, a larger role player in the school. So you're going to have to, mingle with the right people, with the higher ups, and really get your name out there. More responsibility. It's an important thing. But Asvia, I hope you can do it. I believe in you. So let us know how it goes. This is just me guessing. So I've never been an HOD. Actually, I haven't been teaching at a proper school in ages. So but I'd love to rejoin the ranks at some point. Maybe, I don't want to start teaching at a public school again, but I'd like to go and see how it is. Maybe, I don't know. I'll think about it. But yeah, you can do it. I believe in you. Long time no see. Good to see you, Marvin. No, you were here last week and the week before. Oh, my voice is so bad. Can you explain the word bablas? So bablas is hungover. I am not hungover, but yeah, I think so. During the week, I caught a cold, and then I thought I was doing better, but then I went out anyway last night to celebrate my birthday. It was really fun. I had a great time with friends. First, in the afternoon, we had a barbecue where I did everything. I made one big mistake though. I think it's coming back. I made one big mistake though. So you grill the meat, and in South Africa we call it a braai, and so you wait until the coals get a little bit cooler, and then you put the meat on for a longer time. And so I grilled them to perfection, but we didn't have anything to keep it, so I just kept it on the side of the fire of the grill, and then they became a bit overdone. So I'm a bit disappointed in that. Some more advice to make online classes effective. Well, I've had some questions about that. Online teaching. So I've made a bunch of videos about online teaching. I'm going to give you my best teaching tips. Okay, those are tips. I would say, yeah, use resources, use websites, get your students engaged. The online English teaching tips. Let's go in this one. This one is 20 minutes long. It's a video I made. I've made some other videos specifically on how to teach with Zoom, and I've made videos on lots of good websites that you can use for your classes, such as Bamboozle. I also like live worksheets a lot as well, so that's something you can share and actually do with your students. So I think that I just put it in the comments below, the video to it's 20 minutes long, but it's a lot of online English teaching tips. Thank you so much. I hope I can help. Asala, I always struggle to say this. Asala alaikum. I need to practice it. Assalamu alaikum. Yeah, peace be with you, right? As usual. Asala. Oh, wait, what was your question? You said I didn't answer your question. Oh, yeah, I just posted. Aya, it's okay, thank you. So, happy to see you again. Some advice, yeah. Thank you, Asala. I just answered. Martin, I hope you don't mind me sharing that I have returned to weekly live streams. Thank you. It's Saturdays at 1 p.m. Okay, guys, check out Martin's channel. Yeah, I saw you were live streaming. I got the notification. So exactly 24 hours before this, you can go on Martin's channel, ELT Experiences, and get some tips from him, where he's got a much better voice than I do and a lot of knowledge to share. Aya, can you slow down while you are speaking? I've had this question. So in my video, when I teach, I speak at an appropriate speed. The problem is I get very excited when I see you guys, and I want to get through as much content as I can, get through the questions and try and answer them. So that's why I speak very quickly, and I get excited seeing you guys. So that's why I do it. Hola to Louise from Puebla, Mexico. That wasn't on purpose, that Mexico. My voice just died down. Vanina, Hi, teachers. Keep on sending good vibes to your students. Take care of that voice. Thank you, Vanina. That's so kind of you. Jessie Marie Cueva, Sam.vlog from the Philippines. Hi. Chawan. Nice to meet you. Thank you for being here. Hello. That's the video I shared from Thailand. Welcome. Uh, is it important to take courses like LCDL in teaching students for making good worksheets? Your advice. Well, let me first look up what LCDL is. What kind of, I just thought it said something about League of Legends and DL course, digital. Let me say course. I don't know what course that is. I'm looking it up. Okay, here we go. ICDL Global Free Online Public. Oh, I have no idea what that is. What? Okay, here we go. What is an ICDL course? International Computer Driving License. Ooh. Okay. It's about using internet technology, using computer. Okay, so basically taking courses to improve. Listen, Ramal, whatever skills you can acquire, not just as a teacher, but as an individual, will be of benefit to you. So I would suggest getting better at creating worksheets and what are the other things they mentioned, presentations, the databases, because you're going to use that. Not you could use that knowledge and do other things in the future too. So I would say whatever you can do to improve yourself, do that. That's something I really I look at other like a lot of people spend a time to get certified in different ways, and I really admire people like that, because for myself, I get so busy and caught up with work and social life and creating videos that I should take more time in learning, because otherwise I won't have new things to share. But I feel like I've got so much I still want to share, so many ideas that I research and then write up and then make videos on. Oh, that's my natural voice. It's coming back. I can feel it fighting. No, that's what they say, and then it's gone. Okay, that was a temporary a burst of happiness that's suddenly gone. Liesel, happy birthday! Thank you. Congrats with the book. Yeah. So I'm bringing out that book, and my dad and I have been working on a book with I think it's 1,500 words that students can learn, especially for tests. So that's going to be fun. Grow in English. I have problems with discipline in the classroom. What kind of discipline? I guess it's just classroom management in general. First, I'm going to say, discipline. It's what you allow in your class. So you've got to learn these skills to manage it. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that there aren't classes and students that get into classes that are so tough and difficult to work with that it makes it almost seem impossible. But I think whatever we do, we need to improve the way that we work with our students. So we're going to have to learn ways to learn the skills and the knowledge and practice controlling your students, or managing your students, not controlling your students. That means that you're going to have rules. You're going to have to rules and boundaries, and you've got to effectively employ them in class. You're going to have conversations with your students. You're going to have some kind of punishments. And you're also going to have to work on your people managing skills, where you work with this group of students and find ways to keep them engaged in work and keep them focused on the work and learning. So I understand what you're saying, and that's why I've made so many videos on classroom management, just things I look up and learn. Classroom management. Now, this is a long video I made. It's almost 30 minutes long. It's called The Secret to Classroom Management. And I think it's a long thing I wrote. I'm going to share it with you now. You can check that out, and it should give you some ideas. So first I go through what people say classroom management should be. So there are a lot of things to learn. What I would like to do, so right now I'm working on an ESL course that I'd like to try to get out in the next 3 months, hopefully. I'd like to get it out. And then 1 year from now, I'd like to release a classroom management course where I actually I want to find an actor to work with, and then demonstrates how we as teachers should, work with students in different scenarios. So that's something that I want to make. I don't think anything like that has been made before. So that's what I want to do. Uh, Magadang Kapipo watching from the Philippines. Hi. Hi, Marwa from Algeria. Happy to see you. Sorry for this. Not at all. Anytime. Kim B, what's your opinion on GPT? Is there any point giving writing as homework nowadays, as we can trust our students? Yeah, well, I think a lot of writing will be done in class while you're with them. Actually, I saved this one file on my phone that I saw where they talked about how teachers can use Chat GPT, sorry, and so many ways that we as teachers can actually use it to benefit our classes and improve our classes. Now, this is going to be really tough because students are just going to spit out contents. So it's going to be writing speeches for them. It's also going to, do the writing for their essays for them. So a lot of the work is going to be done in class. I think the way that we structure the assignments that we give our students, it's also going to have to be personalized, where they cannot rely on an AI. It's going to have to come from personal experience, and so focusing on questions about them, and for them to give evidence from their lives. That's another thing I think about. There's no way that we're going to stop it, and it's only going to expand from here. I saw a video yesterday about deep fakes, where they superimpose a face on the computer, and they can make it move and seem real. And that can be dangerous because they use it in politics. I saw that they did it with the Ukraine, where they made a deep fake of Zelensky, where he basically told the troops to stand down, that that they're giving up, but it was a deep fake. So they're going to get better. So even AI voices are getting better. I think that's something that's going to get in. I just think this whole digital experience is going to be so easy to replace with AI. So whatever you see, it's going to be difficult to believe. But we've also got to be positive and think about how we can use these tools to benefit our students and to benefit learning. I saw this scary thing where they were talking about how humanity will evolve over time, and then they fed it into a computer to create an image of how we will evolve, and shows the whole evolution process, and then eventually we just become machines, with our minds programmed into computers. So yeah, it's that's a billion years from now, but still, but we have to focus on what we can do right now and how we can use these tools in our classroom. Sorry for going on that tangent. Aslam from Nepal, warm greeting to you. Thank you. Hi from Sudan. Shem, hi from Cambodia. Aya, oh yeah, I can see you are exciting. By the way, I am from Palestine. Okay, Aya. Many happy returns. Thank you. Chosan from the Philippines. Wow, we've got a whole host of viewers from the Philippines. Hi. Yeah, the best principles for teaching speaking about kids in grade 4 or 5. Do you have any ideas? Actually, it's interesting. I've made like a billion videos about activities that you can use in the classroom. I'm actually editing a video now with like 200 or 300 activities that I'll release, and then I'll release 300 and 400 and 500, just add them all up, so that I've got more time to work on content, because I get so busy. It's difficult to produce a video each week unless I have some kind of series that I can work on. But I found that, even though I gave tips on how to teach, I don't think I made a specific video on how to teach speaking, which is interesting. I think I mentioned it in like a lot of my videos, tips on how to get engagement from your students and how to help them to speak better. But I don't think I've made a specific video on it. So with young learners, I think, you need to support them. So as with all skills. You've got to have a way to measure success. And the thing is, with speaking, we just see someone speaks well or they don't speak well. They use good vocabulary, or their grammar is perfect, or they vary their tone, or the way that they speak is just better. But it's difficult for us to measure, and to how we improve over a shorter period of time. Let's say a semester or even a year. Like someone like me, that with my Korean, for example, it's difficult for me to see where I improved. I just feel like, oh, I've always just been, I know that over years I've improved, but if you ask me how I improved over time, it's difficult to say. You just say, well, I studied, and I learned some vocabulary, and I practiced, and made improvements. Now, what am I talking about? So I think when you want to teach speaking to your students, you want to have a plan how you want them to improve. So obviously, you're going to, when you teach grammar, you want to use speaking skills with that. So let's say you teach them present continuous. You're going to say, okay, well, this is present continuous. You teach it to them. They practice. You give them examples. They practice, and then you give them like a conversation to have at the end, a dialogue that they can practice with a partner, where they replace some of the words to for their own dialogue. And then you're also going to get them to have conversations without a dialogue for them to work from. And then you want to remind your students, okay, well, this is you improved using this. The vocabulary, you want to use the vocabulary. And then after a couple of months, you can look back and say, oh, guys, look at what you've improved. So that's the first thing I want to say about teaching speaking. We've got to have a way to show our students the improvement. And then, like I said, you want to have an active plan for it. What do you want them to improve? So you want to also get them to talk about certain topics. You want to grow their confidence so that they feel more confident in speaking, and motivation. You need to motivate them to speak more. And to do that, they need to have success. So you need to get them to basic words, improve their vocabulary, use grammar, get them to practice talking about topics that are important to them. And I think that's how I would go about teaching speaking. I'm sure I'm missing something. That's just something from the top of my head, But I think I'll make a video on it in the future. I'll add it to the thousands of videos I still need to make. But I think it's an important topic. So thank you for bringing it up, Shawan. I hope I helped a little bit. Aisa, hello. I hope you're doing well from Morocco. What subject do you speak about? Well, teaching, anything you would want to talk about. Carmen. Hi, Carmen. Carmen sent me such a lovely message right before I came. I told her, Carmen, because she said, happy birthday. And then I was just looking at it here. My phone's all broken. The screen's cracked. I need to take it in to get fixed. It's been like that for the past almost, 8 months. I don't know. So she sends me a big warm hug. Nice teddy bear. Let me show you. And then teddy bear. Where is it? Teddy bear. Yeah. A big warm hug. I hope you don't mind, Carmen, me sharing this. And then, Eric, will you go live today? I said, yeah, I will, but I'm kind of tired. And she said, I understand, but people are looking forward to your live stream. You're a hero. So, Carmen, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. I'll do my best. Annunciata, hi, take care. Cough rules are important, definitely. Kim An, good to see you. Always lovely. Take care. Cough rules are important. There we go. Jason English, heyo. Would you be up for a coffee on Zoom or something? I just want to pick your brain regarding the course you're building. Paid, of course. Yeah, Jason, we can talk for a couple of minutes. Sure. Send me a message. My email is in the. Where is my email again? So if you go to the about page of the YouTube channel, then you should find it there. Just send me a message there. Grow in English, thank you. I'll watch your tips. Thank you. Read and write with Wiseman, following from Lusaka, Zambia. I remember my dad traveled to Zambia when I was like 11 or something, and he brought back. They went on Safari or Drive or something, and they just brought back these amazing photos of the Zambezi River. It's so beautiful. Musama, hi. Anil, hi Eric, good evening. I'm Anil, a biology teacher from India. I used to follow your videos. Thank you. I'm so happy to reach biology teachers too. I used to really enjoy biology in school. And so what happens in South Africa is like um, your grade 8 and 9, you basically take all the subjects. You have to study everything. And I really enjoyed biology because I was able to memorize a lot of the information and use it. So I did really well in class. And then when a grade 10, the final 3 years of high school, you've got to pick subjects. So you'll have Afrikaans and English, 2 languages, and then you pick 4 subjects. And you can also take extra subjects if you wanted. So I thought, okay, I didn't, when I was in high school, I didn't know what I wanted to become. So I thought, okay, well, let's just take the most useful and the most difficult subjects I could, Okay, so let's take the most difficult subjects. So I took math, obviously. Now you can take higher and low grade. I took higher grade. I did science, very important, of course, but science. I loved physics, but I sucked at chemistry. I just couldn't get chemistry into my head, and so if it wasn't for my physics score, I might have failed. Science. So science is like physics and chemistry combined, and so thanks science for helping me. I mean physics. And then I took technology. It was computer studies. Oh wait, no, technology was like, no, what was it? Technica electronics. So we had to do wiring and work with the electricity and working things out, which actually also links into physics a bit. And then I also took what was it? Computer science, where I had to do lots of coding. Oh, no, what did I do? Not yeah, coding. Yeah. Anyway, it was a very long time ago. It's just when the software came out, C++, and so we started coding on those. Yeah, a lifetime ago, basically. Actually, you guys aren't going to believe this, but it's my 20-year high school reunion this year. I doubt I'm going to be able to make it back to South Africa to go and see how we've all grown up. But yeah, actually, I would like to do something like that, to go and check it out. Maybe if I don't go to this one, I'll have to go to the next one. Who knows? 10 years later. Oh, and then I took a 7th subject too. So only certain students could take 7 and 8 subjects. But you're going to laugh at me the reason I took it. So the reason I took the 7th subject was because there was a girl that I kind of liked. And so she took a 7th subject too, and she couldn't do it alone. And I said, well, you know what, I'll do it. It sounds easy enough. So we took class together. Nothing happened because of that. I was actually, the whole time I was such a jerk to her. Oh, I was such a jerk, and then so I took the subject I took was tourism. So I've got these difficult subjects, and then I walk into tourism, and it's a cakewalk. It was so easy. Just got like a 90% on it, just barely doing anything. Anita, hello, Mrs. Eric, greeting from Mr. Eric from Latunga, Ecuador. Hi. Oh, there we go, Marjorie. Hi. Should students with special needs be included in a regular class? My son has dyslexia. That they will remove your son from regular class. My personal opinion is that if it's possible, they should remain in class and be integrated. I mean, for 100 years, students of all abilities have been grouped together, and unless it's to the detriment of the child, if it's difficult for your son to remain in class, I would suggest that it depends on the teachers. They know better. They know the situation and the severity of his dyslexia. I would like him to be included in class. unless it's too difficult and they just feel like they want to give him the opportunity in a special class. I hate people dislike hearing about special classes. I remember we had those growing up, but these classes where they get attention and where they get more support. So hopefully, if that's the case, then talk to the teachers, see if it's possible for him to remain with the regular class, because it does affect a student's confidence if they grow up and they get pushed into special classes. So unless the classes, if it's well funded and the teachers really help. So I don't know the situation, but that's my opinion on it. Hi from Cambodia. How many ways to speak English well? Well, on my other channel, let me quickly go to the other channel. I made a video on 50 ways to improve your English. Let me quickly go to that channel. It's a slow channel. I put videos out. Actually, it's being shown right now. Yeah, I'm live streaming to both. But I made a video there with 50 ways, tips on ways to improve your English. So let me quickly find that. Here we go. I'll share that with you in the comments. I need to make more video. Well, I've made a lot of videos for this channel, but I just don't have the time to edit them all and to post them. So I just post once or twice a week on that channel. There we go. So this is 50 ways to improve. Oh, is it the right one? I hope it's the right one. Let me see. Yeah, it's the right one. Okay, good. How are you guys doing? Sorry, I'm taking so long to get through all the comments, and I'm just telling you stories that a lot of you probably don't care about. In Korea, they don't have cough syrup, but they've got this thing that you basically spray into your throat, and hopefully that'll help. Okay, let's quickly go down. Hi from Bangladesh. Face red art. I thought it's because my face is red. Okay, thank you. From Cambodia, there we go. Maisie. Inkar, good to see you. How are you? What happened? Drink hot milk with butter. Yeah, I need to drink some warm water. I think I need to do that. Yeah, so I was coming from a cold anyway, and then I went out, and yeah, it was just tough. How to get motivated through those short videos you make. Very useful ways to make teaching and learning easy. Thank you so much. Yeah, I just took I clipped a bunch of the videos that I made, the longer videos, and then I brought it out. Naina, hi from Pakistan. PM, you're here. How are you doing? Hello, Eric. I want you to give us an idea about your dreams for the next 10 years and the hopes you want to. BM, you've asked me this before, but I love talking about it. So I'm sorry if you guys hate listening to this or get bored listening, but I'll keep it brief. After a word from our sponsor, water. Yeah, in the next 10 years, I need to start a family. I need to bring out some courses that can help teachers. I want to release a bunch of books. I want to obviously help more students. I'd like to travel more and visit other teachers too. And I think I would love to work at a university with teachers instead of just teaching English. I think my passion would really be to work with teachers. So that's what I would like to do. I would also like to pursue my PhD at some point. So yeah, I think that's what I'd like to do in the next 10 years. Right now, since I'm getting quite old, I think family should be the most important thing. But then at the same time, I also have to grow this channel, and try and raise some funds for, because right now I live in this dusty apartment. My car is old and ugly. I need to get rid of it. It's cheap though. And if I get fortunate enough or lucky enough to find a girl that doesn't hate this face, then I need to be able to provide. So yeah, it's very important that I get my business in order, because yeah, like Martin said, things are getting more expensive, especially in Korea. And I was watching, so I'm originally from South Africa, and I saw a video yesterday where they talked about 5 countries that are in are in trouble financially. that they might be like a big problem. And South Africa was the first country that they talked about, and it was scary, very, very shocking. So I'm not sure if I could even move back to Korea to South Africa with the way things are. Carolina, hello, Eric. Greetings from Argentina. Thank you, Jason. My son reads silently, but I know talking is very important these days. How do I encourage my son to do this? Talk to him out loud, ask him questions, get him to talk about things. Even if it's, make it a game, tell him that you're going to ask him 5 questions a day, or, give him a treat. Say, okay, well, if you can tell me, I don't know how old your son is, but, it's up to us as parents to get them to talk. So talk with him as often as you can, around the dinner table. Tell him that every day you want him to, at dinner, you want him to share some things about his life. And the more he talks about these things that are going on, you're going to build your relationship with him, and also he's going to practice his speaking. So I think very important to do that. See, so you can do that. And also, well, the reading is great. The fact that he's reading is great, but you want him to speak more, so get him to talk about what he's reading, what about that. So after you've read like some pages, go to him and say, okay, well, tell me what you read, and that way he'll also share some of the information. And, he's also going to learn better too if he does that. Luzang, good morning and happy belated birthday. Thank you so much, Luzang. Luzang, I think I saw your message on Facebook, so it's not belated. You were in time. John, hello, good morning, watching from Kenya. Thank you so much, everyone, for staying with me. I'm glad my voice held out. It must be like, when a teacher scratches that old blackboard, my voice at the moment. A prayer request. Sure, let's read. Please continue praying for the ministry here in Kenya. We really pass through many challenges like lack of food, shelter, and clothing. Definitely, everyone. I think tonight before bed, definitely going to say a prayer. Nainaz, hi Eric, I recently came across your channel and it helped me a lot. I'm so happy. I feel like, but I go through my videos all the time, and I made like 300 videos, I guess, and 150 live streams. And I only think of my shortcomings, the videos I haven't made or that I need to make in the future, or mistakes are made in those videos. So when I get the positive feedback, I really appreciate it. Anita, happy birthday. Thank you. Marta, I'm attending a seminar but couldn't miss joining. I wish you the best. Thank you so much. P.S. You don't need a CELTA. You should do a teacher trainer program and inspire more teachers. That's actually interesting. I mean, yeah, you might be right. I do want to do a CELTA to improve because, I've got many shortcomings when it comes to teaching. But so I do want to improve. But yeah, that might be interesting. I'll look into some courses. I don't know, I've got such a growing up and going to university and working with a bunch of teachers that were supposed to train us. I've only had a lot of disappointment when I returned some from a lot of those classes. So obviously that's not everyone's experience, but I'd love to learn more. So I should. The USA is no longer the melting pot it is. Eric's live, which has become a melting pot for so many people, particularly teachers that follow you from different countries. You are gorgeous. Muhammad, that is one of the most beautiful things I've heard. Yeah, it definitely is. I love just reading through these comments and seeing where everyone's from. It's amazing. And every week new people are joining and saying hello. I love it. It's so good. Zenya, hi Eric, hi. Yes, in the 50 ways English. Oh, you already did. Okay, well, Jess, I'll need to create some more content for that. Actually, I've got some good ideas for videos for the second channel, but the teacher channel will always be my main channel. It's very important to me. Fatima, I hope you're well. I'm okay, except for this cough that I need to get rid of. What did your co-workers give you for your birthday? Especially Robin. Robin gave me a lot of good advice. So Robin has a very popular channel called Shaw English Online. Go check it out. It's got like almost 2 million subscribers now. And we had a chat. We haven't. He was traveling for a long time, and then finally we had a video chat, and he gave me some ideas for the channel. So I really appreciate it. Did my coworkers just give me anything? Some of them just sent me messages. I don't expect to get anything, but last night we had a barbecue with some friends, and they surprised me at night. So it's my birthday, another friend's birthday, and another friend. So we just celebrated all three our birthdays at the same time. It happened to be on my birthday. My cunning plan to have three birthdays in one, but on my actual birthday. So we had a barbecue, and then after the barbecue, they turned off the lights and they came out with cake, sang a song, and then got some presents. Wait, I think I got a face mask. I should put that on tonight to get rid of. Well, if I can't do anything about the voice, I need to at least try and do something about this face. Yeah, so really nice time. Thank you, VM. Hope you get well soon, and happy birthday. Eric, do you teach students who are going to become English teachers, or are you teaching students? Yes. So I teach usually freshman classes, English communication classes that students have to take. And students from different majors. My, but last year, I think it was last year or 2 years ago, last year, I had an interview for a university here in Korea where they teach English teachers. And up until that interview, before I went into it, I just realized that's what I want to do. I would love to work at a university and work with English teachers. I'd have so much fun. And yeah, that'll be so good. Unfortunately, I didn't get the position, but I'm going to try again in the future. It's definitely something I want to do. I'm not sure if it's possible for me to go and teach at other universities in other countries. I think I definitely need to get my PhD before I can attempt that. And in South Africa, it might be possible, but I'm not sure if I want to go back to South Africa. A South Korean girl or from your native country? I don't mind. I wouldn't mind marrying a South Korean girl or someone from South Africa. Obviously, with someone from South Africa, it would be easier culturally because we come from the same background. But the weird thing is, I haven't really been able to okay. So I'm in Korea, so 99% of all the people here are Korean, obviously. But if you go out at night and you try and meet people, there are many English teachers around here, and some well, I guess students in other professions, but it's mostly Korean. But even with the Westerners, I don't know what it is, but I haven't been able to mix well with Western. I haven't really been on a date with a Western girl in a long time. I don't know why. I think it's just a numbers game. But yeah, I need to get lucky. Well, I need to get lucky. I'm up all night. Andrew, whoever he chooses, that girl is lucky. That's a really nice thing to say, Andrew. I'm not sure. I've been waiting a while. I said belated because over here it's Sunday morning. Okay, I understand. Thanks for your help from Egypt. Thank you. Happy birthday. Thank you, Inkar. Delta will be you think so? I don't know. I'm a bit nervous to go in there and to actually do it in front of people is different from just doing it in class. So I'd like to. Mohan Nambal, happy birthday, get well soon. Thank you so much. Happy birthday, you're gorgeous. I can't accept this face. Jimmy Ma, thank you so much for saying that, Naeem Naz. Feliz cumpleaños. I know Feliz Navidad is that's Happy New Year. So I guess this is cumpleaños. Is birthday. I guess I don't know celebrations. I feel like it means. Robin kicked me out of my channel. No, he's not gonna unblock you, BM. He said, Eric, you should block BM from your channel. And I said, no, I can't. BM provides so much value. He asked me fantastic questions, so I won't do that. So actually, I told Robin I can do it. We love you. Thank you so much. Give us what? What should I give? Tan, happy birthday from Vietnam. Your videos have been great. I'm so happy. By the way, guys, if there are any videos that you would like to see in the future, please let me know. Sometimes I get the inspiration to do a video and I try and do it as quickly as possible. right now I'm just I've got like a list of videos I'm working through, and I try and bring them out when I feel like I'm ready to create them. And but ideally I'd like to work on the course, but yeah, I'm just treading water. I'm working hard to get videos out every week now. Fatima, would you like to give us hints in flipped instruction? To what extent is it useful? I mentioned before that I think with flipped learning, it's good to prepare your students for lessons ahead, where they can do the activities in class. So instead of having them, work on vocabulary, you give it to them to take home, or you give them some things that they can read before they get to class about what grammar they're going to do. I think it's really valuable if the students can do it. So the idea of a flipped classroom is just a fancy way of saying, hey, prepare your students before they come to class so that you do the important things in class you have to. It's just a fancy term for that. I think I wrote a script for 20 teaching methodologies and 20 ESL teaching methodologies. And I think I lost them somewhere, so I have to rewrite them. So I've got the basic information that I've got, and I wrote the script, and I was like, I'm ready to shoot this, but it would be a very long video though, to be honest. But I wrote the scripts and I lost them somewhere, so I need to find them again. Teaching. Well, teaching is a skill. You'll have teachers that are amazing, kids that can teach other kids things better than 40-year-old teachers. So I think um, age isn't that important, but experience does help, and also being seen as an authority is easy if you're a little bit older, accent. Well, accent, if, accent isn't the most important thing, but, if you can help your students with their pronunciation, it's important. So you're going to have to help them because they're going to learn from you. So they're going to try and model your accent. So you've got to be able to teach them in a way to help them improve their English and their accent. So I don't think age is important because you can be a good tutor, if you provide value to the students and you help them teach. So no, it's not that important, but you've got to have some skills and work on ways on how to help the students. And you've also got to increase your knowledge. You know more things when you're 30 than when you're 17. That's just a fact of life, But it doesn't mean that a 17-year-old can have better skills than a 30-year-old. Definitely. What I wish you all the best. Thank you so much. Buon compleanno from Italy. Thank you so much, Sabina. I'm considering going to Italy this summer if things work out. Blenda, happy birthday. Thank you. Is it possible? It is possible to teach future English teachers at university with a master's degree. Yes, I've got a master's degree. Actually, I met some Kazakhstani people yesterday and today. Yeah, so really learning a lot about your country. We were talking about what is it called? That we were talking about traditional housing, and we were talking. What is it called? A yurt. A yurt is that that round building, a temporary shelter that is used because you used to be a nomadic people and you used to move around, and now it's used for special occasions and put up in a public square. So that's something I learned about Kazakhstan today. Feliz Navidad is Merry. It's Feliz Nuevo, isn't it? I got it wrong. Yeah, Feliz Nuevo is Happy New Year. Feliz Navidad is Merry Christmas. Okay. Thank you for correcting me, Luzang. Oh, that is so bad. Marjorie, happy birthday. Thank you. Guys, I almost made it. We're almost there. Nizrat, hi. Thank you. Carolina, happy Kumple. Kumple. I'm not sure what that is. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, Claudia. I'm 25. I had never had a birthday party in Prague. Oh, that's too bad, Crystal. Yeah, I hope that you have a birthday party sometime. Um, to be honest, I've just been very lucky. you think back on birthdays, and because it's such a memorable time, I can look back at where I was in every year of my life, from my birthdays. And there were some birthdays where I remember, I made this. I was so stupid. My mom had a birthday for me, and friends came over, and she gave me a Game Boy, which is like a PlayStation. And instead of going out and playing games with my friends, I just stayed inside and I played that game. I'm so embarrassed about that. And then I had wonderful birthdays where I was fortunate enough to have good people around me to bring me presents. My mom and my dad, when we were growing up, every morning they would wake us up with a present, a coffee, and a song. My mom, she's a great baker. She used to bake us cakes always. She used to bake us a cake, and my dad would wake us up 6 o'clock in the morning, and they would wake up everybody else they would wake up my brothers, and then sneak into the room, and then they would bring a coffee and sing happy birthday, and they would give you your present in bed. That's a great memory, and I'm so thankful to my parents for doing that. Um, it's a great memory. And then I've been fortunate to have friends to celebrate with me, and every time, I think, we look at social media at the negatives, but what's so great about Facebook, when you get those reminders of like 1 year ago, 2 years ago, 4 years ago, so you see some special birthdays that were planned, like I think a couple of years ago, an ex girlfriend of mine, she got like a lot of my favorite food and cake, and we had a party. I told another friend my story of how at school the kids. So I was teaching my class, and a teacher came in and said, "Eric, you have to come with me to go see the principal on my birthday." And I was like, "Oh, what's going on?" And I went out, and and he said, "No, let's just have a coffee in the teacher's lounge." And I knew something was up. And when I got back to my class, they completely decorated it, and they brought their own snacks and food, and parents put money in an envelope that they gave to me. So apparently they do this with every teacher when the teacher when it's the teacher's birthday and it's their first year at that school. But yeah, it left me speechless. Now, I'm giving you these nice memories that I had, but I think there were also difficult ones. My 30th birthday, I took really bad for some reason. I didn't. I went to school, came back home, and yeah, I was kind of sad. And I also haven't been really good at celebrating birthdays. That same ex-girlfriend that did something nice for me, you know, I so I just basically tried to take a cake where she was working, and that didn't work out. And afterwards, I just wanted to take her to like a random restaurant, and we went to a restaurant, and it wasn't really anything special. Another girlfriend on her birthday, I gave her some random um, present. So like buying presents has always been a difficult thing for us, and so I just put a bunch of random things in a box, and random things that I think she would like, instead of making it something memorable. And I'm so embarrassed about that. And then, but then, so this one girlfriend, it was her birthday, and the next year I thought, okay, now we're going to do a nice birthday, and her birthday was in summer, and we went to the beach. It was a group of us, a group of the friends, and I told the guys, okay, well, we're going to have I got her a present this time. It's something nice. We're going to do, so we're going to enjoy the day. And then I ordered a cake online, a specially made cake with her face on and a nice message. And then, but so after that, we had to go and buy ingredients because we were grilling. So at a pension is like a place that you stay. And then we took it was my friend and I. We were driving, and we took her to go do shopping. And so this is the second year. The first year I messed up. The second year I thought, okay, I'm going to do this right. We dropped her off but during the day I could see her getting like really upset because I messed up, and she had confidence in me for the next year. So I the place where I ordered the cake, was about 30 minutes or 40 minutes away. So we dropped her and a friend off to go shopping and to buy everything. And my friend and I just had to drive and go and get that cake and then drive back and pick up. And she was furious. We grilled and she didn't even put on makeup or anything. She was so upset. We grilled the food, gave me the silent treatment. I think she, and then while she was downstairs, we put up like big balloons inside the room and the cake. And as soon as she came up, we turned down the lights and we sang happy birthday. And so I made up for it a little bit in that, but still, I think, sorry for the long tangents. I think it's very important to do good things for people. Anyway, so she loved the birthday, but I think I did it wrong because so she was miserable for her whole birthday until the very end when the surprise was. So that's why I think surprise birthdays aren't always the best idea, because someone can feel like, oh, they're just going to go through their day instead of enjoying it. They're going to be like, oh, this is such a bad day. So I don't like the idea of surprise birthdays unless it's like kind of planned, or like a surprise on a surprise, where they've already got plans to go for dinner with someone and then they come back home and then it's another surprise, something like that. Anyway, yeah, so it was a good story. Anyways, let's continue. Sorry for boring you guys with that story. Yeah, do the best for the people you love, and yeah, don't cheap out. I feel like when it comes to presents, I'm so bad at giving presents, and I've disappointed a lot of people close to me with getting horrible presents. So try and be better than what I did before. Sabina, I used your dinner party speaking activity last week. It was a blast. I'm so happy to hear that. Jackie, hi, how are you doing? Hope you get well. I'm doing well. Eric, have you heard the case about the Prince Harry? He met his love after visit. I love that idea. What? Maybe you can find your love after visiting. See, Inkar, you're a very smart person. That is something that will kind of, I might do something like that. You can convince me that way. Hola from Mexico, Jemima. How will relationship with your students be in 10 years? Do you think they will become kinder or meaner? You mean students that I have taught and they left? Relationships with your students be? No, I think it'll be good. Let's say, yeah, so if you had students and you meet them after a long time, obviously you're going to remember the good times. It depends on your experience together, but I think it can only get better. Happy birthday, thank you. Yes, got it. Nice. Come over. Italy is great for vacation. I'm in Sicily. Okay, I'll definitely consider it. I'll think about it. Definitely thinking about it. Lisa, happy birthday. Thank you. I think it's Elena. I don't know if that's an I or an L. It's so bad with the font they're using. Thank you so much. Or Lina, I think. Please share a link to your 1,000 questions to learn English, because, actually the 1,000 questions. I created a new one. Actually, let me share it's just the question, so it's not the answers, but this is the website. Let me see, English questions. I'm going to share the website with you. It's got all the questions on there. I closed the old Amazon company or account, and I started a new one. So I'm going to re-upload the books on there. Best gift, just a loving, I think a loving family is what I really need right now. I think that's the best gift. And let's see, 1 year from now, and let's see what I celebrate then. Fatima, do you think, yeah, I think we talked. Yeah, it can be very valuable to ESL learners if they use it well. But, as with any tool, if you misuse it, it can actually be detrimental to your skills if they just use it. Did your parents beat you? No. When we were younger, yeah, we got spankings, definitely from my dad. My mom would shout at us, but we were naughty. My brothers and I fought constantly, or we broke stuff, windows. I don't know how much my parents had to dish out on replacing windows. Broke so many. Every couple of months. there goes a window. Thank you so much, everyone. I think I'm actually going to catch up with everyone. Ha ha ha. Good storyteller. Thank you. Stranger, it was a beautiful day. Thank you. Move to south part of Kazakhstan. Take care of your family. Quite the same. Interesting. I think about it. You're not boring. Thank you. Let's see. I have a problem in teaching and writing. It's my first year for writing stages. Well, let me quickly share. Okay, this is the last thing I'm going to share, guys. But I've got a video on writing, teaching. No, is it reading and writing? Let me see. What was your question again? Was it? Yeah. Let me share this video with you. And this is all about teaching writing. So check it out. I give some tips and ideas. So try this one out. Rhoda, thank you. That's me. Oh, almost finished. Yeah, I was telling, love the book, the kids too. Thank you. Okay, good. Everyone, thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. And I'll see you next week with a better voice. Everyone, take care and much love. Bye-bye.